topic, for today, I would say cruisers versus sport bikes. Cruisers are great for long driving or going a long way. But sport bikes, they'll get you there quicker. I wouldn't say they're exactly safer, but I mean, they can get out of the way, and I know a few cruisers can as well. But I mean, sport bikes are meant to go fast. Cruisers are just meant to go long distance. And I've owned both, and to be honest with you, I loved them both. The cruiser was great, because I went out from like Van Nuys to Lancaster in California. But the sport bike, is great for going, it'll do freeway pretty easy. And I mean, I can keep up with traffic pretty easy. Now, if you get like this is a good example, like a Ninja 250 versus like a Honda Rebel 250. The Kawasaki is definitely gonna have, more power. It's gonna be meant to go faster, but that's how they're tuned, that's how they're designed. And I mean, sport bikes, they're definitely designed to go fast. I wouldn't say, cruisers can't go fast, because they can. It's just how you ride them. And I mean, cruisers, I've personally seen them do cornering. Believe it or not, they can corner. I've owned one, and I mean, I'm not the best at, cornering, but I know a thing or two. And they're great, they're good for long term, like riding and doing whatever you need to do. I mean, they're gonna get you there more comfortably, because sport bikes are not designed to be comfortable, but definitely sport or cruisers are. But back to, like Ninja 250s and like Honda Rebels. Like, the Ninja 250 is a great cornering bike. And then like the Honda Rebel, I mean, they do get, great gas mileage. So it's basically weighing the pros and the cons. Are you going to be, going long term with the bike? Or, like long riding? Or are you just going to be going, a few miles from your house to work? If you are, then, you can, if you like the look of the sport bikes, then sure, go with a sport bike. But if you kind of just, if you know you're going to be going for a while, like you're going to ride like 60 miles a day or something like that, then you might want to be thinking about either a cruiser or maybe a bigger 600 or a bigger sport bike. Or you can even think about maybe a bigger cruiser. Now, they're both good. They're both, they'll get you from point A to point B. And I mean, to be honest with you, I like the sport bikes better just because, they've got that extra push, and then once you get them into the power band, they take off. And you know, even out of the power band, they're pretty quick. I mean, like this one, once you hit about 7,000 RPM, it just flies. And you know, I'm kind of scared, you know, at times, because this thing, it is fast. You know, it's a 600cc, but I mean, I got it a little over a month ago, and I'm starting to get, you know, more comfortable with it. And you know, and once you realize even a 250, either sport bike or cruiser, can take off faster than most cars, you know, they're both fast. They're not gonna, you know, but I would say, you know, if you're looking for something for speed, go with, you know, a sport bike. If you're looking for just to kind of cruise with your friends on the weekends, you know, go with a you know, a cruiser. I mean, I recommend them both because I've owned them both. And you know, I'm thinking of, you know, my brother, he's actually older than I am, and you know, he's been through his ups and downs. And I mean, right now I'm planning on actually selling my car and buying him a bike. The reason for, he always loved bikes. He loves working on them, you know. But for his, I mean, he's been riding dirt bikes, you know, this whole life. So I'm thinking, you know, it's gonna be his first street bike. You know, they're I mean, for your first bike, you know, people told me, do not get a sport bike. I think that's bullshit, to be honest. I really think it's bullshit, because if you have, you know, a sport bike, you're gonna be more careful than a cruiser. Like when I was on my cruiser, I just wanted to, you know, go. And I mean, well, actually that's me on my sport bike. You know, I'm always tempted to push it, but on the cruiser, you know, they're good for I mean, you're not going to be as tempted with them, which I can definitely understand, because the 600 or any, you know, sport bike you have, you're going to be like, ooh, I want to see what it'll do. But I mean, once you learn that even a 250 can get you killed, then you're going to start thinking, you know, for the first bike, I mean, I recommend get whatever, you know, you like. Get, you know, if you like the sport bike look, get a sport bike. If you like you know, the look of a cruiser, because of, you know, that's just how you are, then go for a cruiser. I'm gonna, I mean, I'm planning on buying my bro a you know, a cruiser for his first bike. And the reason for being, I haven't told him this yet, but you know, I've taken my mom actually on this bike here, and you know, she don't like it as that well. So I mean, so basically he's gonna be riding my mom, and you know, he doesn't know it yet, but you know, they're fun. They're great bikes. I'm planning on getting him probably like a Honda Rebel or something, you know, that's, if he downs, you know, on the street, because it's definitely different than dirt. You know, it's not, we're not going to be out too much. You know, I'm thinking of buying him, you know, like maybe like a $2,000 bike, like a Honda Rebel or something, you know, that isn't too old, but isn't, you know, too new.